Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of Listed or Let It Go. I've had a really good week and I want to share that with you. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is Barbara and I have been reselling since January of 2025, and I have developed quite the death pile. You'll hear people talking about their death pile, and a death pile, in case you don't know, are items that you've bought to resell and you haven't listed them. They've just been sitting in a pile waiting to be sold or something, and that's money that you've lost. You spent money on these things and then you didn't list them, or I didn't list them, and so they're just taking up space that other things could be taking space, and you're not making any money off of them. So I have not figured out the psychology of why we do this, but it's one of the dangers of being a reseller. Let's see. My goal is to get rid of as much stuff as possible. There's a guy I follow. I think I've mentioned him before. He's not really a reseller. He started off as a reseller, and he's now doing, I guess I'd call it retail sales. And he's always asking, "What's the end game, folks?" He's a bit critical of resellers, and some of the resellers he's critical of, I think he should be. There are people out there who have us in mind, new resellers or people thinking about being resellers, and they're giving us information that is just plain wrong. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or if they just don't know what they're doing. But be careful who you choose as a mentor out there. My plans are not to be a mentor. I don't see myself as a mentor. I just see myself as a retired grandma who's doing some reselling just to earn some extra money. I don't want to support myself doing this. I have retirement and I have Social Security, which is not quite enough to do the things I like to do, like travel. So I started doing this to earn some extra money, and I'm taking a really honest look at things, trying to be incredibly transparent about what I'm doing to get this death pile down and what's happening with my reselling business, and what I'm learning, and whether I'm going to continue, or if I do, I think I'm going to change the way I'm doing things, and I'm trying a few things, but I haven't come up with a plan yet. So when I do, I will share that with you. Let's see, what else did I want to say? I think that's pretty much it. So the idea of listed or let it go is I just kind of randomly grab some things and show them to you and let you know whether I've decided to donate them back to the thrift store or try to sell them. And I've added a third option this week. I'm also looking at selling them at consignment shops. I sold some children's clothes this week. I didn't get as much as I would have liked to, but I took one of those tall laundry carts with the wheels and the handle on it, and I took one of those over to Once Upon a Child. And I don't know if they're everywhere, but we have them in the Midwest, and it's a place, obviously, you can take children's things, toys, clothes, and get some money for them. And so I dropped it off. It takes 2 weeks for them to get through your stuff. They've got a backlog. So they went through my things, and I went yesterday to see if I was going to get any money. They gave me $25 The cart was, it had about 6 things left in it. I was surprised that they didn't take a little girl's Bowden dress that I had in there. I don't have it at hand right now. I would show it to you. I don't know why they didn't take it. They don't like answering those kind of questions. They get a little crabby, but they're busy. And so I'm going to list that dress. I think I can sell it. I think I can at least get $20 for it. So no, I probably didn't even make what I paid for those clothes, but I got some money back. And then I went over to, we have a local women's consignment shop that it's only local, and they tend to be a little high priced. And I just went in there to see if there was anything I wanted. I was looking for kind of a high-end dress, maybe to list on Poshmark to see how that would do. That's something else I'm looking at doing. And while I was there, I went through every single rack. It's women's clothes only. They don't sell formal things, but they sell casual and business attire. And I was kind of surprised at the brands they sell. I saw brands that I would not resell on my eBay store because they're low end. So now I have a pretty good idea of, and they will take things that are 3 years old, sometimes 4 years old. So as I'm going through these piles, I'm also going to decide if there's anything here that I'm going to take over there to see if I can get some money for things there rather than donating and losing money completely. So I just want to get a little bit of money back and not have a total loss. I'm also, when I do my report at the end of it's almost the end of June, so you'll probably get that report in July. I'm going to include things like how much it costs me monthly for Thrifty, or for Nifty. I said Thrifty. For Nifty, that's the program I use to cross-list my items. It does several other things that are helpful to me. I can get all kinds of statistics and stuff out of it, so I like that. But I noticed it on my charges for this month on my bank card or my bank account, and I thought, wow, I'm paying quite a bit for that. So I'll look at that in my cost for selling things this month, as well as my gas mileage, and remind me if there's anything else that I should include. The other thing I'll include in that report by request of my daughter, and I think this makes sense, and I don't see anybody else doing this, is I'm going to let you know, not everything I listed this month, that would be a very long show, but I'm going to let you know how many things I listed this month. I don't know quite how I'm going to do that yet, but I am going to be transparent about how much I listed. Not only, I'm going to keep things separate as far as what I pulled out of my death pile and listed in June, and those are things that I picked up before March. And so those are things I'm working on this month, but I'm going to give you two totals. I'm going to give you the total for what I sold out of the death pile this month, how many things I listed from the death pile. That's the part I'm going to give you. And I'm also going to give you a total of everything, including that I sold for the month, what my profit was, also what my profit was after gas mileage, the expense of Nifty, the expense of eBay. I'm selling more. I've listed more than, I think it's 250 items that you get to use it for free. So I'm above that. So I'm paying a little charge for that each month. So I will include that. And I just kind of figure $1 a package for what it costs me to ship things, because there's just things I wouldn't even know how to break down, like how much per order does it cost to use my printer? How much per order? I guess I could figure out the price of labels and shipping supplies. I'm very lucky that I live in an apartment with recycling. And so when I walk my dog, I go, I'm a dumpster diver. I go walk by those recycling bins and I look for boxes, sizes that I might need, sizes I might not have. and I get in there before it rains, and so they're still good boxes. So I have a really good supply of free boxes. You'll hear a lot of people complaining about when Poshmark switched to they switched to a different type of shipping, so you weren't getting free boxes, but then they offered you an opportunity to get free boxes. So I don't know what people are complaining about, and I never understood getting those free boxes in the first place, because I have access to so many free boxes, and so does everybody else. I've talked about, go to pet stores. That is the best place to get good boxes for shipping. Pet stores. Don't go to any place that, serves food. Those are terrible. Grocery stores, a lot of them aren't giving away boxes anymore, but some of your smaller ones are. So there's plenty of places to get those kind of things. My gosh, do not buy the eBay tape. If you're a paid eBay seller, you get discounts on shipping supplies and other things. And I bought a case of the damn eBay tape, and it will only stick to plastic. So the only way it works on a cardboard, there goes my accent, on a cardboard box is for you to take the tape and wrap it all the way around and hook it on itself. Then the tape will stick. So it's terrible tape. Don't waste your discount on that. I don't know what else you can get with your discount. I've kind of stopped looking at it. Let's see. I also wanted to talk about, I guess I just want to talk about my death pile, and there's some things I'm going to mention at the end here today, and I'll share with you some thoughts I have. I'll just do it now. I have some thoughts on reselling. I've stopped following most of the people I followed on YouTube and Facebook because the information that they're sharing, their free information, is often wrong, and it's costing us money. If we follow that advice, we're making mistakes, and I don't know if I would hope they're not doing it on purpose, but are they doing it on purpose, or do they just not know what they're doing, and they are promoting themselves as teachers or gurus? And some of them even have classes. And I'll be honest with you, there's a couple of people that I signed up with in the very beginning. The first one, I don't think I'm going to mention names yet. The first one, I got hold of him a week after I tried his program, and I said, I can't do this. It doesn't make sense. Could you please let me out of I think there was a contract with that I had to stick with it for a while, but he just had us beating ourselves up. He insisted that we should get up, before sunrise, go to all of these flea markets. We don't have any flea markets where I live. Very rare to have flea markets here. Well, his advice for that was, then you need to, I said, the closest flea market might be 4 hours away. And he said, then that's what you need to do. Well, that didn't sound like fun at all. And I am being honest that I'm doing this mostly for fun and to earn some extra money. So no, that doesn't make sense to drive all the way to Kansas City to spend all that gas and maybe find some stuff. And he buys a lot of stuff that I think is crap, and I don't know how he's selling it. So I've, since starting to, not 2 years ago, but over a year ago, I've changed my mind about a lot of the things that I thought might be good ideas. I thought the people I was looking at knew what they were doing, and some of them aren't really doing what they're showing you. Like there's another reseller who it's a couple, and they show themselves going to garage sales and buying all these things they're going to resell at garage sales, and that's not how they earn their money. Once you join their program, you find out that what they're doing is this program. I only stuck with them for a month before I decided that this is not what I want to do, but they are kind of a middleman for Walmart. And so people will, I actually bought this ring light that's behind me. I actually bought that from eBay, not from this couple, but I bought it from eBay and it came delivered straight from Walmart, and I didn't understand what was going on. Well, it's some kind of program you can do where you list things on your eBay page and they're drop shipped from Walmart, and I didn't want to do that either. And so when my first month with them was up, I quit. That was not what I wanted to do. And then there was a fellow I followed for a while, and I may talk about him later, but anyways, he was always sending us off to places where we could buy things that were on sale and resell them for a higher price, new objects that were on sale, and resell them for a higher price. And I couldn't find the things he was talking about. They weren't out there. He suggested we join this group that every day would announce where these things were on sale and what the prices were, and I'd get there and that wasn't the price. And this was another one where I had to get up really early, not an early riser, and get to mostly stores like Walmart and find these things. And one of the things I bought was, before Christmas, I bought a bunch of Care Bears, and this morning I had 2 left, and I sold one that I shipped off before the post office closed today. It's Saturday while I'm recording this. And so I have 1 left. And if I do any kind of retail arbitrage, it's going to be things that are on clearance. Like, you can't get them. Once these are gone, you're not going to be able to get them. That's the kind of thing that I'll buy. Otherwise, I feel like, why would I do this when other people could go to the store and get these things at a discount? So, I don't know. I guess it's doesn't feel ethical to me. And anyway, so those are things I've been thinking about. So I've been thinking about maybe doing things a little differently, and I'm being vague because I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. But let's dig in. So in one of my previous videos, I told you that I hate selling shoes, and I have boxes and boxes of shoes. And I listed a pair of kids' sandals. I can't remember what brand they were, but they were one of the nice brands for, hiking sandals. And they went really fast. They went for my asking price. And I thought, what else do I have in those boxes? So I went out to the boxes and I grabbed all of the hiking sandals and the hiking shoes. I think I'm out of Crocs. I might have one more pair of Crocs that I haven't listed, and those sell fast for me. And I don't know, there's something about the shoes that are kind of plastic or rubber that I don't mind so much cleaning up. It's something about tennis shoes just grosses me out. And anyways, so I have a lot of tennis shoes to list too, but I'm not going to do those for a while. So I went out to the box, and while I was looking through it for tennis shoes and things, I came across these. These are Doc Martens, and I remember when I bought these. I was on my way out of the Goodwill. I had bought the things I was going to buy. I'd filled up my cart, bought the things I was going to buy for the day, and I saw these. And I used to have a pair of these and just loved them. And they were in the women's section. So I was on my way out of the store, so I looked real quick. They're a size 10. I wear a size 10. I have big feet, but I'm also a very tall woman. And they're in great shape. They look like they've barely been worn. There's a few little scratches on them. That might just be from being left in the closet. And so I'm gonna polish these up. And the insides are really nice, but they're not a women's 10. They're a men's 10, which those are very different sizes. So I couldn't wear them. And so I tossed them in my box of things to resell, but I should have listed them right away, because I will probably list these for $60, and we'll see what I get for them, but I'm going to get a bit of money for these. So, that's, I thought of something clever to say to you, and now I'm not going to think of it, that you're just leaving money. That's piles of money. That's what that is. It's piles of money, and that's not the clever thing I was going to say. But anyways, next we have a Free People blouse, and I watch for those vertical tags with the metal tag, and Free People sells really well. This is really cute. It's sort of sold as a Western shirt. It has these, it's not really embroidery. Is it applique? I can't remember what this is called. I'll look that up before I sell them, but, or before I sell it. It is a size small, petite. It is, I believe it's cotton. Let's see what this is here. Oh, hand wash cold. Polyester. Oh, it's polyester. Anyways, I should be able to list this for $25. And I just have a thing about, let's see if I can get that where you can see it. There we go. I love buttons that are covered with cloth. That's just, it just makes it look more expensive, I guess. So I'm going to list those for $25. This is Sundance. Hold it back here so you can see. I think this is so transparent, and it's so pretty. And it's got the balloon sleeve. These are really popular, and a little ruffle on the sleeve, and it's got all these flowers and leaves. I think this will easily sell. I don't know why. Again, it just went into a pile. Oh, and it's silk, so it's definitely going to sell. I do wonder, and I couldn't find any listings that indicated this, but I believe this may have come with like a white tank under it, but it doesn't have it anymore. I don't see any. Sometimes those kind of shirts. Oh, yep, here it is. There's a, it's a snap where you can keep your straps from falling down. So this apparently was originally sold with a little tank under it. I'm going to list this for $25 and see what I get for this. Another thing I want to tell you is I've been working more on Poshmark, even though they do charge more to sell there. And I've been using AI to help me with that. I think I said that I ask AI for price suggestions, and in my last video when I was talking about AI, I don't really do that. I use AI to help me write a description and a title. I ask AI where they think it will sell, and I cross-list it, but I target the store or the online site that AI thinks it will sell at. AI knows about my listed or let it go project, and sometimes it'll say, oh, that's a let it go. Anyways, so it's been helping me write the listings, and I'm actually learning more about writing the listings, and I'm very specific about what I want. Sometimes I forget to put the measurements in, and when I put measurements in, I get a faster response to it. So I'm kind of experimenting between ChatGPT, which I pay for, that's another expense, and Gemini, which I do not pay for. And sometimes I'll run the same item between both of them. And this is time consuming things, but I'm figuring things out. And Gemini seems to be better with more technical kinds of things. And ChatGPT, maybe because I've been using it longer, is really good with clothing and writing descriptions. I don't know if I've told you this. I think I have. A few years ago, I had a fall and injured my brain, and I was a college English teacher, and I had to quit teaching because of the effect it had on my ability to read and to speak. And my speech is getting much better, and now that I'm talking about it, I'll start stuttering and saying but being able to recall words that I want to use is sometimes difficult. So anyways, I'm letting you know this because that's one of the first reasons I started using Chat GPT was because I would run things through it that I was working on, or things that I wanted advice to do differently, and I had it interview me. That's a really good first step with AI, is have it interview you. And so it knows me pretty well. I don't ask it for, a lot of my friends were horrified. They thought I was going to ask it for mental advice, and I don't do that. No, so I have asked it for help figuring out things with my dog. My dog has an illness that I have to take her to the vet whenever she shows symptoms of it. She goes shopping with me. She's a deaf Yorkie, and she has pancreatitis. So I didn't realize that till last summer when she had 2 really bad episodes and I almost lost her. And now I watch her very closely for symptoms. She actually went to the doctor last week, and fortunately her levels were close to normal. So we did put her on some medicine to get her leveled out, and she's doing fine. So anyways, I am ranting now. Rambling, not ranting. I'm not ranting, I'm rambling. This next item is a brand called Green Gray. It has the pleats in the front and the lace, and it does have, this is sewn in, it has a sewn in tank to wear underneath it. I really didn't have much luck. I think this is what got me thinking about AI. Didn't have much luck finding anything about this. I have been looking these items up before I talked to you, not to exclude anything, but because it takes too long to do it while I'm talking to you. And I'm gonna ask AI to help me with this. I probably won't get more than $15 for it, but I think talking to AI will help me. I've pretty much decided, unless something is absolutely damaged or awful, I'm going to list it. But I'm still going to go through this process of, list it, let it go, or sell it on at one of the shops. Sell it at that shop I went to this week. See, this is what happens with my brain. I can't tell you now what kind of shop that was. So anyways, I'm not going to try. So I just keep going. And this is one of the reasons I just chose to, I'm starting to stutter, chose to resell instead of, going out and getting a part-time job, is I can't work every day. There's things I can't do working for someone else. So it was important for me to work for myself to earn extra money. So that's what I'm doing. But I think I'm going to change things up a little bit. This is sweet. This is Vineyard Vines. It is a women's quarter zip sweatshirt. Still has the price tag on it. I've been, for the last few months, I've been leaving the price tag. Oh, I got this at a good price. I've been leaving the price tags on so that I know what it was when I bought it. This I bought back in February, so it's not as old as some of the other things, and I paid $5 plus tax for this. I think I might list this for $30, and it's a heavy sweatshirt. Oh my gosh, it feels so soft. I wish it fit me, but it's called the Shep shirt. It's a size small, and I am definitely not a size small, but it just feels lovely. So that's going to get listed. Then I told you that let me sit back so I can show you this a little bit better. I told you that I have 2 boxes of bras that aren't listed yet. I was doing really well with bras for a while, and then I don't know if maybe I got bored. I don't know, but I still have lots of bras to sell, and I I've also been organizing my reseller room, and I saw this laying on top of a box, and I thought, boy, that's a really nice bra. Why didn't I list that? That's a question that I keep asking myself. What is going on with me? Victoria's Secret. It's a size 34D. It's called the Very Sexy Push-Up, and the back has the racer stripe, the racer straps. You can see that. Whoop. There you go. See it a little bit better. And it has a really nice, the cup is not damaged. I'm going to do an episode sometime talking about bras, but the first place that bras get worn out is right there on this seam here. And this one's pretty good. The other place is this seam. Let me see if I've got that. It's this seam right here, and that one's really good. And then of course you don't want your straps to be stretched. This one's not, and you don't want a lot of stretching here. It's a used bra, so of course you're going to have some. And I just noticed I'm going to need to wash this before I list it because it has a deodorant stain on there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a white mark there. So that's something else you need to watch out for on all clothes, but bras in particular. So anyways, I should get $25 for this. I will need to, I hand wash bras, and I will need to do that before I can list this. So not sure when it's going to get listed, but it's not going back on the death pile. It's going in the I'm listing it now pile. This is a Bowden shirt. And when I found it, I recently lost 40 pounds, and I will be honest with you, I did it with GLP-1, and my doctor is, I started out with one of those companies online and felt really unsafe with them, and now I'm working with my doctor on it. And anyways, I lost 40 pounds, and I have about 30 more to go, and then I will be at a healthy weight. I have arthritis, and I also have where your bones break easy. So I want to get the weight off of me so I can do more. Anyways, this is a Bowden. It's a size 14, and I do fit into a 14 on some things. I was an extra large, and now I'm at a medium, between medium and large. Anyway, this is beautiful. I would love to wear it, but it's just a little tight yet. And I don't like setting clothes aside that I might fit in someday. I think that's a mistake. So this one, I did not check the date on it. Your dates are typically on here, but sometimes they don't have a date. This is 100% cotton. And I am not seeing a date. If I knew for sure that this was something that was no more than 3 years old, I might take it over to the consignment shop. I knew that word. Take it over to the consignment shop. But I think actually I would do better listing this. I think I will sell this for $30 on Poshmark. I do sell on Mercari too, and all of this is going to be listed on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark, but I kind of aim some of the more fashionable things towards Poshmark. Thought I wrote myself a note on this one. Okay, this is from a place called, here we go. Let me hold this up so you can see it. This is a dress. It is a long dress. And it has a tie in the back. It has this sort of ethnic print on it. It's actually a batik. It is from a place called Marketplace Handwork of India. It tells you the name of the artist from Mumbai, India, who did the print on this dress. And anyways, these do sell well. And I don't think, let me look at the fabric, if there's a fabric tag. Not everything, oh, Here we go. It's 100% cotton. Good. Okay. It's 100% cotton, so it's got a lot of selling points. And I think that I will list this on Poshmark for $40. And I will, before I list these things for the prices I'm saying, I'll do a little bit more research and figure out if that's really a good price. I have a couple of bad ones I'm going to do, but before I do that, here is a pair of Keen. That's what I was thinking of earlier. These are, I think they're, I got these for $8 before taxes back in January. And they are a women's size 7. And they're so clean. They are really clean. And I always spray these with disinfectant. The shoes I sell, I wipe them off to get all the scuff marks off. These are in great shape. So it won't take me much to do these. These are probably $25. Okay. I don't know how the bad ones ended up on the bottom. I've mentioned to you before that I'm not riding now, but I've been a cyclist, and so I recognize cyclist clothing. These kind of shirts are often very expensive. I think I have 3 pairs of cycling shoes in my store right now. After I sold that pair of cycling shoes, I went back to the place where I find those, and I found 2 more pairs that were on sale for half price. So those are listed right now, and they'll sell before the end of the summer. This is it's a Primal brand. I don't know if you can see that. Primal brand, size men's medium. I bought it at a little thrift store in Colorado for $13. I did not look it up when I did that, and it's from a specific what was the name of it? Zebra. It was from a specific event. So this was an event jersey. It was to raise money for children's cancer. If you can see that there on the bottom. These shirts, new, can be $80 to over $100. I'm not going to get more than $15 for this. I would not have picked it up had I looked at it. Because it's not worth as much as I thought. This is a Tanzera. Oh, and it is originally listed for $43. It went on sale for $13.19. I don't know what store's tag this is. It's a mustard color, and I picked it up because of the lace and the balloon sleeves, and that it's new with tags, and people are buying things with the color mustard. It is not my favorite color. I think it's because it just doesn't look good on me. Anyways, I probably am only going to get $15 for this, but I will see again if ChatGPT can help me create a listing that will maybe get me a little bit more. I'm going a little bit over my half hour. This is the last item I pulled for today. Now this, I need to check the date on this because that store, the consignment store I went to, is selling Maurice brand, which is what this is, but I don't see a date on it. I might take it in just so they can tell me how I find the date. Anyways, this is from Maurice. Again, it's got that lace. It's got a metal strap, a metal buckle in the middle. It's a size extra large, and it's kind of t-shirt material. I don't think I'm going to get more than $12 for it. So rather than taking the time to list it, I'm going to take it to the consignment shop and ask them if this is something that they'll take. If not, I'll list it and I'll get my $12 for it. But and of course I'll wait until I have a box or bag full of things, so to save me time. But that's it. So stay tuned for next week. I will be traveling. but I will also do a video for you showing you exactly how much I made in June, how many items I listed for listed or let it go, how many items out of my death pile I listed, how many of those have sold already, how much my pay was for those after expenses. I'm also going to let you know how many items, not how many items, I'm going to let you know what my total sales were for the month, along with, and that will be after my price of goods, cost of goods, I mean. And I'm also going to do something that I didn't do last year until it was time to pay taxes. And that's, I want to also include the cost of being a paid eBay member and the price of Nifty, price of gas. Let me know if you think of anything else. So I'm going to include all of that to give you a very transparent look at what I made this month, not only on the death pile, but other things that were already in my store. So I'm looking forward to doing that with you and seeing what I learn about what I'm doing and share that with you. And be sure to like, follow, leave questions or suggestions. Oh gosh, I'm going into 40 minutes. I'm sorry. I hope you have a really great week. It's been kind of rainy here and nice and cool, so I hope you're enjoying some good weather. And I will see you when you choose to see me next, and that should be sometime next week. Bye.